Welcome to as dawn breaks here in Australia. We're here with a very big announcement for Clash of Kings Australia. If you've been keeping up with the news, no, it's not that the English cricket team have won an Ashes Test. Unfortunately, 11 days of cricket and they're down 3-0. But instead, we've got a much bigger announcement, and to do it, we're joined by a very special guest, and that is Big Dog Ron.
Big Dog Ron.
Hello, Ronnie. Thanks for joining us, mate.
Thank you for mentioning the cricket. We greatly appreciate that. I thought the way we have made you feel good about yourselves by just letting you bowlers out a couple of times and then just, giving our wickets away. I think it's generous. That's the way we should think of it.
It's been good for the mood of the nation leading into Christmas. So we do have
maybe
to,
yours.
As always, we have to thank our colonial overlords.
Yeah, soccer's our game. All about
exactly. We're going to make this short and sharp because I am sure that you and all the Mantic employees have been the busiest people alive almost in the last couple of weeks.
4 months, I think, ever since Epic got caught up with the plastic tooling. And we also realised that just because it's smaller doesn't mean it's easier. So when we were putting 100 cavities on a plastic tool or 80 cavities on a plastic tool, it is 4 times harder than putting 20 cavities on a plastic tool, even if they're really tiny. And then doing 8 armies instead of 4. So that kept us busy for a good few months. Then Trump changed the tariffs, so we had to change all of the bloody shipping rules about. And fuck. And then Kings of War's been kind of a thing. So we shipped the very last Kings of War order today. Those are the 60 odd guys that had the all in everything Zikali and everything Kings of War. I want the lot. They went out the building. Half went over the weekend, and the last few went today. So everybody should have their toys to read over the Christmas break, please.
Oh, excellent. And I imagine the Epic actually just caught you a bit by surprise with the popularity too. It seems to
yeah, absolutely. And over the course of an edition, you just pick up new gamers and people lapse over and then they come back, and it's the time that people have a look. And it's one of those. It's for existing gamers, I think, particularly committed existing gamers. It's 50% horrific and 50% the most exciting time you'll have with a new edition, because actually. Alessio's a very, very competent rules writer. Matt's been working non-stop, night after night, talking with Kyle, talking with, Counter Charge and Rob, and playing it and play testing. There's always errors. There's always little meaning things. And I think, the people have got some units. Some of their armies just don't have the units configured the way they do. And to be honest, it was something we hadn't thought about, because you kind of assume everyone's going to build regiments and then lump them together for hordes. But honestly, just have a couple of games, take some units as make do's, use post-it notes down, and just because when you see it in the whole, it is slicker, it's more fun, it's faster. And then we can start like we did with third. It was exactly the same. Oh Christ, I've lost that. Played a cup. Yeah, all right, this is much better. Why didn't we do this years ago? And honestly, having played it and having seen it played and having seen the people that have played it and have phoned me and gone, yeah, okay, I get this. It's there. It is there. So please try it. And then we've got to Ask Me Anything in Jan, second week of Jan. When you had a game, let us know. Tell us. We will have made some errors. If it's massive, we'll fix it. We always do. We always have. I think we've got a couple of typos already we've picked up. The Trident Swarm. But we're here for the long haul. We're here in it with you. We didn't do it to piss anybody off. That was never an intention. And I think once people just get their hands on it, and it all shipped 2 or 3 weeks later than it ought to have done, and that bumps into this Christmas period. But if you've got it and have a read, please,
well, you can try and let us know your thoughts. Control, right? I mean, on the positive side, Ronnie, there was about 5 of us had our first games of 4th last night.
Yeah,
and we all said we've got a better game. Every single one of us.
Yep,
so
fantastic.
And how we run it in our gaming group was having that. We were having that game with a 1997 red one.
Yeah, very nice. That'll be Nick and just a nice 20-year-old, 25, 30-year-old little snifter, just to
exactly.
So maybe the red wine was really good and Kings of War was terrible, but. Listen, honestly, just play it. Alessio's, they've just done a stunning job, and I know there's some short-term pain, but please, if you play it, I think you'll go, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that hobby project. I'm gonna buy that pack of minis, and I'm gonna build that regiment. And I know it's frustrating, but that's also the playing, I hope, will give you the kind of hobby mojo to go and just revisit your army. But I think what you'll then see over the next 6-12 months is, wow, I'm joining this and I'm enjoying that, and I'm seeing that online. I've seen some people playing some games, and they're just going, oh yeah, okay. And it's so much more accessible. If we don't recruit new gamers, our scene will die. And 5 years from now, we won't have a tournament scene because we've not got any new blood in. We've been struggling 23, 24 because the old game had got so complicated. The good players were so good at it that they just spanked any newbie that came along. So, you know, I'm so glad that you guys like it. I really am. But, and I hope that lots of people will get a chance to do that. And,
and certainly the game I played was played by someone who wasn't using it, who was using the army from the core book, and I was using something from the invasion book, and you know, it was fine. Yeah. I think some of the imbalances stuff is a bit overhyped, to be honest. Let's just see.
When you play it, of course, it's a game to beat. Well, when you repurpose 25, 28 armies, 25 will kill a few, but you can just find them. But, you know, yeah, and we think they're going to play this way, but there has been lots and lots of games done. Of course, there's going to be a couple of errors. Well, that's why I've got the app now. You know, that's the whole point, is that you're just going to have the app and we're just going to go, right, second book's out. But you know how you find that out? People take their armies along to big tournaments and play them. And I think when we were ending third, you'd go to every single tournament, and every top 10 would have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different armies in it. The Dwarfs were still valid 15 years after release. So they've done a good job. They've got some numbers. Not everything's precise, but they've spent a lot of time and effort and love and care doing it. So, you know, if it's wrong, we'll sort it out. But I think when you see what people do and how it's played and why this is up and that's down, it should make sense.
Yeah, awesome. Well, let's shall we get on with our announcement, mate? Because you know, you've got an evening to go on with, where, you know, I'm just at the start of my day.
Some football goals.
So what have you got to tell the attendees of Clash of Kings Australia, Ron?
Well, the last time I came, there was a global pandemic and no one flew for 2 years. And I thought, you know what? I've had enough of flying. I've been traveling around too much. So it's time for COVID 2. So I will be joining you all at Clash of Kings, the end of Oz, over in Oz, the first major of the 4th edition. So I was there at the death with the Clash of Kings, obviously in the UK, which felt like the kind of end of the 3rd edition, and now I'm going to be there at the rebirth of 4th edition. So all of you Aussies, as payment for us letting you win the Ashes, go and buy a Mantic army and paint the damn thing. In fact, you've probably got one somewhere. Paint the bloody thing, and if you do, I will bring rum. Unlike Matt, I won't spill. Not Matt. I won't let it explode all over my car.
Oh, yeah. No, it was Matt. It was Matt Selling.
Yeah, it was Matt, wasn't it? Yeah.
Bloody
I won't let it spill all over my car and explode. I will keep it cold, somewhere where the sun doesn't shine. I will bring you Mind Screech plush. I will bring you all of the cool toys. Kyle, the god of the Kings of War, will be with me. So anyone that's got Mantic armies will be like confetti sprayed with gifts.
Did you just say Kyle's coming with you?
So yeah, no, listen, it'd be great to game with you guys. We're going to have a big Halo over at CanCon as well. So Halo is going to be is taking off. That's got some organised play. So yeah, I'm going to be coming down and seeing the birth of 4th edition with everybody in Oz, no doubt taking a load of grief about cricket.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's awesome, mate. We're very pleased to have you. And I've got I can't see that part of the cupboard at the moment. I've got 3 or 4 copies of Halo to give away on the day because
oh, lovely.
Yeah.
It's a great game. It's an as well as game for vet gamers like the people who play Kings of War. It's a lovely light relief. It's a nice way of teaching nephews and sons and other people what wargaming is like without having to paint 57 new units, especially for 4th edition, without having to paint 4 figures, know the IP. Halo's doing well, particularly in Oz. Our Oz section grew 2,537% last year.
Wow.
So yeah. So it's been a great.
My 6-year-old asked me to pull it out of the cupboard. She goes, "Can we play that shooting game?" And we don't play it properly, but
It
she
doesn't
loves it.
matter, does it? It's just getting
No.
them into talk, and then they'll take
Just
it on
love
from
shooting
themselves.
dad,
It's really low model count, lovely terrain, visuals are very obvious, lovely gateway into here. You can go as little or as far as you like with it.
Yeah.
And,
Well, we're going to be putting you up for a few days, mate. We offered you a vehicle, but I think your response was, "I hope I'm in no state to drive." So
yeah, exactly.
we can make
still sober
sure
enough
of
to
that.
drive, we've all got a problem. And I know you guys are a bit more lax about that kind of stuff, and you all have 5 and 10 pint licenses, but we come from the civilized West these days.
I haven't got enough points on my license to be
And
too worried about
should
that.
I bring Beverly, or are we going to leave him at home?
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing Bev, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him 3 days ago. He came to the UK, and I was like, I'm not sure I can subject those poor people at Clash of Kings to you again.
Oh, I don't know. We love a bit of Bev.
Do we?
So,
Okay.
yeah.
He never
So
stops talking.
For
I
those
need my ears.
non-insiders,
Like,
Bev is Ronnie's best mate
Really?
from an eon ago, who I think has a milestone birthday at the same time. Is that right?
yeah, I think so. Sometime around then, isn't it? It might have just been, but yeah, that's why he's doing a bit of a trip, and he's 75 or 80, I forget.
Yeah,
But,
exactly. Well, same as mine. For a couple of days before you arrive, I go the big 4-0, mate. So
yeah, I remember you saying that. Well, congratulations. You don't look a day over 38 and a half.
yeah.
So you're doing very well there.
Thanks, mate. Well, how about we let you move on with your evening? So for
Absolutely,
anyone
yeah.
that missed it, it was, Ronnie's going to be joining us for Clash of Kings Australia. So make sure you buy your tickets and get on board.
Yeah, go and get your tickets, get your armies painted, start playing fourth. It's going to be massive. We'll do lots of live streaming. And, hey, with whatever we've got wrong, we can say it was discovered first in Oz. And let's try and test it, because I think when you start playing, you'll find there's some great stuff in there. It still feels very King's War, but better.
Yeah.
In the words of
I
Matt
can guarantee
himself.
you, Ronnie, after all these years, is one of the most patient men on earth. So he's used to having his ears chewed off by nerds with an opinion.
You're talking at me, but I'm in the zone. I'll be just like, just give me a beer. I can get through anything.
Yeah. Oh, mate, we can make sure you can drown away anything. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, listen, it's going to be a big test. It'll be wonderful to see how it goes down, to see how people's armies adapted. And I do have some sympathy. I've seen some of these people say, "Oh, Christ, I built a horde here, and I don't want to use that anymore." And I'm like, sorry. Yeah, look, we didn't do it to spite you. I can promise you that. Sometimes we miss things, but I'll happily spend time with everyone, and they can tell me and show me what I got wrong, and we'll try our best to put it right.
Yeah. All right, mate. Well, all the best for the next. Well, it's only 4 weeks till we see you in the flesh.
Yeah, so it's not long, is it?
We'll start preparing all our best produce for you.
Sounds wonderful. 1997, did you say?
Yes, exactly. Oh, well, we can make sure we put at least that year on the table. We might even try and go earlier. Yeah.
We're looking forward to it. Look, see everybody. Had a great time last time I was down there. Hopefully there won't be a global pandemic after this visit. But yeah, I'm looking forward to catching you all up. Get your tickets. I'll see you in Canberra in 4 weeks' time.
All right. See everybody.
Yeah.